It is just truly implausible and unlikely, and it's the sort of the accident or coincidence of electoral politics that the congressman for South Boston comes from South Boston and is a neighbor of the Bulger family, and that particular congressman in 1956, when Bulger goes to prison for the first time, is House Majority Leader, number 2 in a line of succession, and pretty soon John McCormick is Speaker of the House, and he's a neighbor of the Bulgers. I mean, it's extraordinary. Now, there's no evidence here that John McCormick ever twisted arms or ever did anything and pushed Bulger out of prison early. Bulger got out of prison early. He was sent away for 20 years. He served only 9 years, and he actually made parole on his 3rd attempt. But the fact that this congressman, who's doing constituent services, because that's what this is, Bulger's just another 2-bit punk who is in prison. And so the family's asking, hey, we understand he's in isolation. Can you find out he's in a crowded 8-man cell? Can you find out? Simply because McCormick has an interest in this prisoner, and he's the Speaker of the House, everybody's jumping when they hear from him. Imagine an inmate in the prison system today. How many inmates do you think have on their list of contacts a congressman who is in line to become president, the line of succession, the close line of succession to be president, and another who is a Jesuit priest who's the dean of a major law school, who would soon be congressman? Father Drinan. Bulger is an inmate at the prison. He has a list of correspondence. Now, they write to him, and he gets their letters. He either keeps them, throws them away, and he writes to them. We don't know where those letters are. But one letter in particular that Bulger wrote, and the one that's most telling, is his letter that he writes 3 months after going to prison for the first time. And the message of the letter is simple. Get me out of here. He has checked himself into the psych ward at Atlanta because he can't stand it. Well, the letter wasn't satisfactory to the prison, and so they didn't send it. So the prison put it in their central files. Otherwise, we would never have found this letter, and we wouldn't have known that it was sent to Father Drinan. But it wasn't sent. It was written to Father Drinan, but wasn't sent. So here you have Father Drinan, and you say, how in the world can James Bulger, a habitual criminal, a bank robber, a guy that was stealing from the backs of trucks, how does he have any connection to Drinan? Well, it would seem that Father Drinan, of course, at BC had a student who was one of his favorite students named William Bulger. As an undergraduate, William Bulger would then go to BC Law School. So here you have the signs and the indication of the work of James Bulger's younger brother, William, who these files reveal was at work trying to protect his brother from his early years. And he writes to John McCormick on behalf of the father, the family. So William Bulger becomes the beachhead to McCormick, and the beachhead to Drinan, and the beachhead to all those other political connections that James Bulger would have during his ensuing career.